Yeah. Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate.
Tonight, from Ford Field in Detroit, it's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Detroit Lions taking on the Green Bay Packers.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Tonight, we wrap up the first 13 weeks of the season with a good Monday nighter between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air, receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 21 carries, 92 yards.
And he's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people open downfield.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll set up a throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
And they're able to pick up the first and keep possession. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. They'll look to throw now on first down.
He finds his man, Sky Moore, and he'll be brought down at the 27.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal. They're going to look to throw.
Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's already the third time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the three.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Now, here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. DJ Chark with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Lions put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions.
Hester to return from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down.
Eluding the in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have its hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
Rolling to his left. He's got a man, complete. He's at the 30. 10, touchdown, Packers.
Justin Jefferson,
92 yards.
And the Packers are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own.
Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you can get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And we are tied at 7. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
We get a look at Amon-Ra St. Brown as his offense readies for the next drive.
And the previous drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season. So now it's what you like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right?
It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal. So the good players, they relax a little. They bask in it. They think this is, okay, we've done what we set out to do. The great players decide to push that number as high as they possibly can. I don't expect him to have any let-up in his game the rest of the way.
Great thing if you're on the opposite side. He's such a weapon. He just opens things up for the other guys around him.
Yeah, if you're the opposite receiver, you should expect a few passes come your way, too, because I've got to get coverage in his direction.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
On fourth down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Yeah, He was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series.
Creeping up on 1,000, could get there on this drive, so a challenge for him to do that, but also defensively, maybe a challenge for them to not allow that.
And that means probably kicking even more coverages to his side. And what that really means is wherever he lines up, you will have a cornerback over in his area. Now instead of blitzing your linebacker, drop him into coverage. Instead of the safety dropping into regular coverage, that safety moves into that area to try and discourage the quarterback from going to him. That means everyone else, win your routes. You've got an opportunity to catch passes now too.
Yeah, a little bit of a cat and mouse game.
On play action, Lawrence
Steps away.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And got his man complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now a give inside for Falk.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. The Packers at 9-2 to start play. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
He'll buy some time right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
So a big return there, Charles, on what was a pretty dangerous throw to the outside.
It sure was, Brandon. That's the risk you run on a throw like this. If it's intercepted, a lot of times this is a pick 6. So good. Also to get back and get him down, but boy, that's a throw you've really got to be sure of. If you're going to work the perimeter of the field.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And Shark calls it in. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's good for 28 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. So these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. 2nd and 9 now.
High throw, but the catch is made. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 26. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football. These two teams all tied after one. Got a man here, it's Bryant. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Not quite enough to get into the end zone, but what a nice play there. He makes the catch, tries to turn upfield and get to the pylon, but doesn't quite get there. But they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there.
With his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series.
He's done his part, but so far it's been in a losing effort, so they've got to fix something.
But that doesn't mean changing anything, the way they're throwing the ball around and his catches and production. Keep doing that. They're going to have to fix some things likely on defense to try and slow down their opponents.
But so far he's north of 100 yards receiving. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
But give them credit for a good read right there, because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence.
Flushed out right.
Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. And the Lions are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it. They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Shark.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. So they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Packers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Rolling to his right.
And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down.
The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
After the sack on first down, Lawrence
under pressure, and they got to him again.
Aiden Hutchinson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again 3rd and long now. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Middle of the field to Jefferson.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence
on the run. He'll let this go deep.
And that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. And the Lions will take over possession here up at the 44.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
St. Brown making the catch on the out route.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Bryant.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. They'll look to throw again. Again, he finds more. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
That went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Patterson's kick is good.
And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Packers with the football here late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. They go play action with Lawrence.
On the move to his left. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Jamar Chase.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Packers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. the Lions going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action, set to begin the third quarter. Hester going to decide against a return, and they will spot this at the 25. Trevor Lawrence, helmet on, ready to go as he brings out this offense. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half two after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you, and it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here?
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Packers.
Justin Jefferson,
His second touchdown of the night.
and the Packers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked off by Jair Alexander.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Aiden Hutchinson, his second sack of the night.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down. They'll give to Falk up the middle. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
4th down. Here's Lawrence.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Lions will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st.
He'll drop to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Here comes the Lions punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Hester. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence.
Out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Packers.
Justin Jefferson
with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year.
And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
So out now come the Lions.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now back to throw. That pass complete to Moore. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is incomplete.
I remember Coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against him offensively. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. This one is caught. It's Moore. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
Back to throw again. That is caught left side by Bryant. Touchdown! Harrison Bryant from 10 yards out. And the Lions are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. So the Lion offense staying on the field as they're going to try for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he'll get in for the 2 points, and that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series. A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear...
He's got a man, complete. And it's a Packers touchdown. Jamar Chase. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Packers get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, 1 play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, 1 play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Time for another look at this Lions offense. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Right back to him on 1st down. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll drop to throw. Over the middle and complete to Moore. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back to throw now on first down. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And that's caught by the tight end, Bryant. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 18. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On play action, they'll throw. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Rashawn Gary able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12. Back to throw. Complete to Bryant. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. Third and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. He'll look to throw. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Rashawn Gary bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Riley Patterson on, a lot of pressure on this kick. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Patterson's kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. So now the Lions down by 7. A minute 53 remaining. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll look to throw. A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. Here we go on 4th down. They find some open field here. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. He's back to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Back to throw. Quick slant caught by Moore. And almost but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down. And this is caught. He hits Moore. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll find Bryant, his tight end. It's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
And let's see, the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on 3rd.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Well, the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Taken at the goal line. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it in.
He's got a man complete. And he's in. Are you kidding me?
How do you give that up?
One of the most improbable ways to finish a game, and they do win it on the final play.
Well, we know the crowd is absolutely stunned by what we just saw there. Forget I'm stunned. I have to believe that you are as well. When they finally get their legs back under them, they'll head to the exits, and I think they'll probably be muttering a few choice words along the way, too. How did that happen?
I don't know. They certainly thought overtime was on the horizon, bracing for overtime. We were, too, and we may want to wait a little bit before heading for the exits, let that parking lot clear out a bit.
Maybe there's a later flight we can catch.
That might be a good idea.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Packers, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.